Welcome back, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Spectrum Talk. I'm Ruby Jones, and today I'm excited to introduce Denver's own, the legendary DJ Ktone. He's not only a force in the DJ world, but he's also the founder of the Ktone Cares Foundation, an organization dedicated to uplifting the community through music, mentorship, and mental health awareness. Right now, he's gearing up for his 18th annual birthday bash, a week full of events blending music and wellness, celebrating his life and legacy as an advocate for mental health and self-care. This year's birthday bash is themed Healing in Harmony, and it will take place from February 26th to March 2nd at locations around the city of Denver. To learn more about the event and purchase tickets, visit www.djktonebirthdaybash.com, or you can keep up with event details on Instagram at DJ Ktone Birthday Bash. Now, get ready to hear from the man himself as we dive deep into a conversation about wellness, community, and the healing power of music. Share the inspiration behind founding the Ktone Cares Foundation.
Yeah, so Ktone Cares started. Ktone Cares started in 2021. It was really just inspired by my the community work I was already doing. Like I was already giving scholarships away to kids just out of my pocket. I was already doing youth violence prevention, not even knowing it was youth violence prevention. I was already into my birthday bash. It was like 13, 14 years already. So it was really just inspired by everything I was already doing in community, my give back and in the way I was already involved, but also my mental health journey at the time. So that's kind of what really cultivated the foundation portion of, where I'm at in the mental health journey I was in, and starting therapy and all that. Like I didn't start therapy until around that time, only 4 or 5 years ago. So actually, no, it was a little longer than that, but that's kind of what really sparked it to kick off, the Ktone Cares Foundation.
That's cool. I was going to ask you when you decided to make mental health kind of the main focus of the foundation, and it's great to hear that you and your mental health, journey was what kind of like kicked that off. There's such a huge stigma when it comes to mental health, especially among the Black community and especially for Black men. So how has therapy, well, I'm assuming therapy because mental health could be a lot of things, but how has your mental health journey been helpful to you, and what have you learned from it?
Well, the journey has been, my mental health journey, me starting therapy, and really it is bigger than therapy because it was therapy, but it's also self-care. I could never really define self-care until as a recent, you know what I mean? I didn't know what self-care looked like. We never talked about self-care. You know what I'm saying? I never talked about therapy growing up. So I didn't know any of this. So learning all this, that really helped me in my journey. My self-care portion, I don't know if you really pay attention to my IG and all that, but when I do self-care Monday, that's real. My self-care Monday is real. I've been doing it almost 2 years now, to where Monday is, I take it for myself. I'm not apologetic about it. If I don't answer the phone, I don't answer the phone. If I don't talk to you, you can't get a hold of me. It's not personal. And I had to be okay with telling people no. I had to be okay with not answering my phone. I had to be okay with just doing whatever I feel like doing that day. I might not even feel like doing anything. You know what I'm saying? I might feel like just sitting in the bed and doing nothing. And I had to understand that was okay. You know what I mean? So that was really big for me with my journey, just understanding self-care and what that looks like for me. And that really took a lot off me. That really kind of relieved a lot of, I guess, the stress I was having and me feeling obligated to do things for people. And I just, that day it's whatever. If you're gonna be mad at me, you're just gonna be mad at me. But I'm doing what I feel is best for me at the moment.
It's funny, you say if I pay attention to your Instagram, I do. And the interesting thing is that you really inspired me because your self-care
Right.
Monday post, you're like,
Yeah.
don't call me, I'll call you. I kept seeing that over and over, and I'm like, man, I wish that I could just carve out time just for me, just for what I want to do. So
For
I
sure.
started self-care Sundays, and I
Yeah.
don't answer the phone. I don't work on Sundays. It's just for, like you said, for me to do either everything that I want to do or nothing at all. So
And
you
how
made
does it
me,
feel?
it feels amazing. It's a game changer for
For
sure.
sure. I promise you.
Yeah,
Promise.
and it, like you said, that how it relieves that kind of stress or just that looming. That's how
Mhm.
I was feeling, like every single day there's something. And so since I've been doing that, it really does relieve stress. I look forward
Yeah,
to it, you know?
I
So
promise you.
thank
So
you.
I'm glad. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Absolutely. Now, you are a DJ, you're a core DJ. And so you know music is something that gets the club going, it
Mhm.
gets the party going, you know. But when did you realize that music was a powerful mechanism for healing?
So the real moment I realized, and I had to think about this before. The real moment I realized is one day. I don't know if you're familiar with. Remember Catfish Haven? They used to the restaurant they used to be. I
Oh,
was
yeah.
DJing at Catfish Haven. It was a Friday. I remember it was a Friday, and I used to do the happy hour portion on Fridays. And I remember this guy came in. Well, he always would be there. I wouldn't know him though. He would just always be at the bar. He came up to me one day though, and he said, "Man, listen, I just want to tell you, you saved my life because I was contemplating suicide. But every Friday I come up here and I listen to music, and I mean I listen to you, and you just, man, your vibe is," and it blew me away because I'm like, so like what?
Uh,
You know what I'm saying? So me just doing my job and DJing, and it prevented you from killing yourself. He's like, yeah, every Friday I'm here. You see me up here, and I see him up there. I just never, and I can't, I mean, I noticed him because his face looked familiar, but I never spoke to him or anything. So that, like at that moment, that was like, oh, okay, yeah. And at that, I mean, at that time, I had already been in my career for a long time, but I never really understood the power of it like that, or the therapeutic power, or you know what I'm saying, or the healing power of what I was doing, really until that moment. You know what I'm saying? And that's around the time too that kind of I made the shift to, really, really be intentional about what I'm doing and how I'm doing it with the music.
Wow, that's powerful. That's a powerful story. And
For real.
I bet experiencing that was like, oh my gosh, I have this big responsibility. You know, people are looking to me for inspiration like I did. Wow. That's pretty cool. So this is your 18th annual birthday bash, and the
Yeah,
theme is going to be healing in harmony. It's from
mhm,
February 26th to March 2nd. And
definitely.
the reason why I asked that question is because music is so ingrained in a whole week long, lineup of activities.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about what we can expect from this year's birthday bash.
So just with the what it says, healing and harmony. You can expect a lot of healing through music. And when I say healing, like I don't want people to feel like, oh, I'm gonna come and get healed. No, this is just a process. This is
Mhm.
just part of the process. You know what I'm saying? And I just why the reason why I even transitioned the birthday bash into a mental health week is again to be intentional about what we're doing with the music. So I have different activities that are intentionally for therapeutic purposes. Like the first day I had my first therapy in HD immersive pop-up experience, which if you can make it, I'm gonna give you a ticket because it's really like tickets are already gone, but I'm gonna make
Oh,
space for you so you can really check out and see firsthand what we're doing with this therapy in HD immersive pop-up. And it's really just a bridge between us and the stigma of therapy and making therapy cool. So I have events like that. We're bringing the seniors and the Gen Z together on the day. To show that we don't forget about our elders. We don't forget about the people who paved the way. We catering food for them. We sitting there playing games with them. We just spending time with them. So we're doing those events. We also don't forget about the kids. I bring some of my friends who, are in media, who have a big presence, and who kids think are cool. I'm bringing them with me, and we're going to read to them at the school. Like, they're really making a big deal out of it. You know what I mean? And things like that are important. I feel like physical health is important. So we're doing a HIIT class on Saturday. You know what I mean? And then we're also doing honors. I feel like it's important to honor certain people that are in music, but use their music as influence, or a bridge, or they may have had mental health issues, or whatever, and we're going to honor those people, and this is our inaugural. It's like a mix between the gala and a award show. You know what I mean? So we're honoring them, and then in between we're doing some a couple parties, but it's not as many parties as it used to be for the bash. But we will party as well, but we're doing everything with intention.
Very cool. That sounds really great. I would love to attend. One of the events that really stuck out to me was the Bridging Generations at the SW Alliance Music Festival.
Yeah.
I think it's so important to always incorporate an intergenerational aspect
for sure.
when you're doing community work. So I think that's great. Now, when you are out at the schools reading to these kids, how do they respond to that?
Oh man, they love it. It's funny though, because kids are so funny. They be asking like the most outrageous questions. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ask you questions that have nothing to do with anything. But you can't help but to laugh and answer them. But it's dope. This year is gonna be different though, because this is the biggest class that we've done. Like, usually the groups are like 10, 12 kids. We each have 30 kids.
Wow.
Yeah, we each have 30 kids, and there's 4 different groups. So I have big shout out to my brother Squizzy Taylor. I have Mailman from 104.7 The Drop, and I have Kennedy Cook from CBS Colorado. So we each will have 30 kids. So that's like 120 kids total. So it's gonna be a lot, but it's fun. It's fun, engaging with them and seeing the smiles on their faces. They just enjoy someone even just taking their time out to come hang with them, you know what I mean, and show them love.
That speaks to the importance of mental health as a spectrum, like starting in youth and going all the way to aging. I think that's so important. So, oh my gosh, I just totally forgot what I was going to ask you.
Sorry.
That's okay. I remembered. So you recently got a huge grant. How can I forget that? Like, you got a significant amount of money from the Colorado Health Foundation for the work that you're doing. So obviously what you're doing is not going unnoticed. What do you see as the impact that it's having on the community, and has that changed in the 18 years that you've been doing it?
Yeah, it's definitely changed, because we've just expanded. I didn't start, even with the birthday bash. The birthday bash was never, it didn't start as anything healing or community, anything. It really just started as parties. This is what we're doing for the birthday. I'm bringing guests out, celebrities, we partying, we doing it. So it started like that, you know what I mean? And to transition it to where it's at now, and really focus on mental health, community, giving back, book awards, scholarships, healing. I'm grateful, to the Colorado Health Foundation for even noticing what we do. You know what I mean? And noticing that, it is a different way. It's not traditional. Like, we don't, like, my foundation doesn't do like the traditional things other foundations may do, and for them to even support that and get behind that and say, okay, we know the shoe, we believe in it, that's big, and we're grateful, and we do right by it too, you know what I mean, as you can see, because I honestly, like, to be real, I didn't really have to transition the birthday bash from what it was. I could have left it how it was and just partied it up and just ran it up. But I felt like the birthday bash was significant with my name, And as I grew and I grow and I transition, I feel like that should too. And it's already embedded. Like people already know, okay, beginning of March, this is what we're doing, but okay, no, this is what we're doing now. And to really use that influence, for the right reasons.
Yeah. Well, I guess I don't know if it's since COVID or just since I've been back in Denver, but I've noticed you participating in a lot of community events. And I think that's really encouraging that
Right.
it's not just all about a party all the time, that when
Right.
it comes to business events, you're there. When it comes to, these community events where it's just people coming out and they're just gathering together, there's really important issues being discussed, you're there. And I think that
Yeah.
presence is super important,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to the birthday bash, because it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I saw DJ Ktone at this
Exactly.
business seminar, and now he's having a birthday bash and
Yeah.
reading to kids. So it really says a lot about the um, the wide range of things that you do, and
Yeah.
I think that you're making a huge impact all the way around. When it comes to running the foundation and you're dealing with mental health, so you just said something a minute ago about the traditional aspect of like how to approach mental health and
Mhm.
how you don't do that. You're doing this cool alternative thing that really
Mhm.
incorporates a lot of youthful energy.
Mhm.
Do you encounter any challenges with people who are like, you know what, I've tried the traditional route. I don't care for therapy. I don't care for these things. Have you encountered any challenges
For
um,
sure.
while running your foundation? And
Yeah.
how do you overcome those challenges and keep pushing to show people that no, this is important and it can save lives?
Well, that's the thing, because so like the whole mental health. Everybody talks about mental health right now, but when I say it's not traditional because what we do is we use music as a tool. My motto is music is my mood. Music is a worldwide healer. I don't care who it is. Everyone listens to music at some point. We might not all listen to the same music, but we might not all use the music as a tool. But how we do things and everything that we do, every one of my programs has the music influence.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So I feel like that's what how we reel them in. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? That we reel them in and let them know, okay, here's an alternative. Okay, what are you doing for self-care? What do you like to do? What do you do? Okay, well, you might like outdoors. You might not like to go outdoors. You might like to do this. Okay, well, maybe this might work for you. What about therapy? I'll do therapy. Therapy is cool. Oh, you do therapy? You know what I'm saying? Like, we have these talks with, we have a men's circle. We have a men's book club. Half the men in there never been in therapy.
Mm.
And then when we talk about, oh, y'all therapists, they're like, y'all do that? You know what I'm saying? So it opens up the conversation
Right.
and lets people see, like, okay, well, if they do it or they've done it, it might work for me. I'll try it. Like I've had people actually really do that. Like, man, I've never done it, but since you are recommending it, I'm gonna try it. Talk to
Yeah,
them 3-4 months later, best thing they've ever done.
that's
You know
cool.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, it definitely works, and it definitely opens up the conversation. Utilizing music and bringing us together through music is us bridging the gap and opening the door for, the healing portion.
Well, the work you're doing is essential, and I applaud you for doing it. Now, you
Appreciate
said that tickets are selling out fast. So, are
Well,
there opportunities for people to volunteer? Are there
yeah,
opportunities for people to get involved if there aren't tickets available for certain events?
yeah. So it's always volunteer opportunities. You could reach out to dang, I don't know the email off the top, but the email is admin@Ktone Cares Foundation.org. Um, the tickets for Therapy in HD is going, like, that event is already sold out, so I don't want to promise anybody. I got you though. I got you.
All right,
You know what I mean?
I
But
will be there.
that event is, yeah, that's a wrap. But the cool thing is, we're doing multiple Therapy in HD immersive pop-ups this year. So
Okay.
just look for the next one. It's rare. So when you see it, just hop on the tickets, hop on the link and get those tickets when you see it coming up in the next couple months. But the Southwest Alliance Music Mixer, that's absolutely free. Everything is free all week anyway, except the Mind the Music Honors. That's the only thing anyone even has to pay for, and that's a fundraiser. Everything else everything is covered. You know what I'm saying? So Thursday, Mind the Music Honors. That Eventbrite is up. We just asked you to register. The ticket's free, but we just asked you to register for that so we can keep track of the amount of people. The read along is a private event, so you can't even come to that anyway. Saturday, the HIT class. Those tickets, and we can only have 40 people there. So get the tickets. I think we up to, we only got like 29 tickets left there. So get the tickets for that. Saturday night, we're doing a cool Pisces Bash happy hour. Now it's free, but I will say it's at Foreplay, Black-owned restaurant downtown. So we at Foreplay from 7 to 12. It is free, but it's also, first come, first serve. So like if it's too packed, I can't do anything about getting people in. So just get there, as early as possible. You get in free. We're not charging for that. And then Sunday, the Mind the Music Honors. That is our official fundraiser. We will be honoring. Big shout out to Interstate Ike. We honor Interstate Ike. We honor DJ Ktone for his Legend Award. We honor Higher Power Entertainment as trendsetters, and we're honoring one of the youngest, dopest artists named Emmy as a future leader. We have some dope live music, like it's real dope, and it's a brunch. Food is gonna be good, and that's the only thing that we're even charging for the weekend. So, tickets are, and all the tickets are at djktonebirthdaybash.com. Just log on there. You can click the links and get everything there.
Okay, awesome. And remind me of your Instagram handle for everyone watching.
So my Instagram handle is at DJ Ktone, or you can go to the at Ktone Cares Foundation IG and see everything, get all the information.
And get inspired to carve out time for yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
Inspired. Well, I am inspired by all the work that you are doing and the people around you who are supporting that work. Thank you again for joining me, and congratulations on your 18th annual birthday bash. That's really cool.
I appreciate you. And I'm gonna get you that.